morning! My name is Miss Blunk and welcome to English 101. Today our lesson is going to be over punctuation. By the end of this lesson, my goals for you are to be able to tell me what is punctuation, how do we use punctuation, what kinds of punctuation are there, and then I hope to get into a little bit of practice on how to use punctuation. Now first off, what is punctuation? Do you have any idea of what punctuation means?
It's a part of a sentence to either stop, separate, or something along those lines.
Exactly. According to Merriam-Webster, punctuation is the act of gluing together clauses and phrases, as you can see. So, what kind of punctuation is there, and what is it used for? The first form of punctuation includes stop punctuation. Now, stop punctuation is usually put together, it makes a complete stop before moving on. Part of stop punctuation is a period or a semicolon. So one example I have is the band now known as U2 was formed in 1976. Their original name was Feedback. Now there are three ways that we could fix this. Now, do you need me to repeat the sentence? Okay. What is one way that we could fix this?
Put a period after the year that you stated they were founded or created.
Okay.
Put a semicolon in between the year and the start of the next one. Or just put a comma somewhere in there.
Exactly. So like the last way you mentioned, it would include a comma, but after that comma, we would put but. That way there's like another introductory word there. So our sentence would read, the band now known as U2 was formed in 1976, but their original name was Feedback. Now, the next part of punctuation that we will be talking about is commas. Now, commas are really tricky, they're fun, but they're really difficult to get the hang of. Now, one way that we can use commas is after an introductory idea. So one example of this is, originally influenced by punk rock bands, the members of U2 believed that music proficiency was not necessarily required to be successful. Or it could be as simple as, after study hall, James decided that he was going to go to the basketball game. Another way that commas can be used is before and after unnecessary information. So this could mean the band's first international hit wasn't until their third album, War. Now, what part of this was unnecessary information?
Mentioning of the third album?
Kinda. It'd be the name of the third album. So, like, it's not necessary to say, like, the name. It would be something along the lines, the band's first successful album wasn't until their third one. It's not necessary to say its name is War, because that's not really pertinent to the discussion. Another way that commas can be used is after every item in a list. And it's important to remember that the last item, it gets comma and then the last item. So it would be like, before I went to school, I ate cereal, bananas, and peaches. So it would be, before I went to school, I ate cereal, comma, bananas, comma, and peaches. Would you like to make an example using those commas in a sentence for a list?
Sure. I read 3 books over the summer. The Duff, Paper Towns, and The Light at the End of the Street.
Perfect. Awesome. Now, another way that punctuation is used is for colons and dashes, and then apostrophes. Now, apostrophes are very heavily used for possession, and then colons and dashes are used to like introduce the next idea. Now I'm going to send home a worksheet with you that goes over this. And before I send you on the way, I just want to ask you one simple question. What is punctuation?
It is a marking within a sentence to either continue the sentence or stop the sentence or avoid unnecessary information, stuff like that.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I wish you luck on this unit.